And the 76ers showing off their style as they arrived at the arena today. No shortage of fashion sense in this group. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Center Rob Williams is a big reason the Celtics have become so tough to score on. Jason Tatum says Rob can guard anybody. You always know you got protection behind you if you get beat. He has the potential to win Defensive Player of the Year one of these days. I think that's in his future. So the Time Lord is biding his time, Kevin.
David, thanks. Look at the 76ers starting group. Front court is Thibault and Harris. Harden out there with Maxey. And it's Embiid in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Boston, up at the forward spots, it's Tatum and Horford. Smart in the backcourt with Brown to his side. And it's Williams at the center position. And about the 76ers, Richard, they've been impressive.
Yeah, they've been on a 50-win pace for about the last 5 seasons. And with Joel Embiid every single year, you are going to be a contender. This is their window, and they are bringing in the talent to get it done.
Now here's Smart. He's looking for Horford and finds him. And that one, good. Horford's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Celtics.
And folks, this is Horford in his zone. He wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And it's Smart with the ball for the Celtics. Outside Tatum. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. Williams. And the slam by Williams.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Good on the bucket.
Right now, they are humming along. 3 of 4 to start this game.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Smart with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Williams' shot is off.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Pass to Harris, over Tatum, and Harris gets it to go on the assist by Embiid.
The mid-range doesn't intimidate Harris at all. He's very confident in his jump shot.
And here's Smart. That's tipped. Now here's Thibault, guarded by Tatum. Thibault can't get it to go.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Boston shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
And opening day is here. So what are these players right now, Greg, feeling as they tip off this brand new season?
Mostly excitement. I mean, this is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Here's Embiid following the bucket by the Celtics. It's good.
Acting fast, but also not rushing. Embiid fires off that pull-up J at his tempo.
Smart with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. And Horford wide open. He shoots. And in Philadelphia with the rebound.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Here's Harden. Count it from 12.
I'm just going to say this. It's too easy for Harden. He is so good at recognizing when to rise up in that mid-range.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. No good on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Three-pointer by Embiid. Drains the three-pointer. Embiid's got 9.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through. Even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row, no player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Gallinari, he's checked in for Williams. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Jason Tatum. And Derek White subbed in for Smart. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the 76ers.
A scoring machine. There's just no shot Embiid's afraid to take.
Now, here's Brown. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Tucker with the ball. And it's Horford picking him up. Pulls up on the wing. A nice shot by Harris.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Grant Williams is checked in for the Celtics. And then for Philadelphia, Korkmaz, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Maxey. And it's Jake Milton in for James Harden. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 20-7 run. Here's Milton. That shot, no good. And Boston will go the other way with it. Here's White. Outside to Brogdon. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Okay, a chance to check out stats for P.J. Tucker. Last season's performance for him, he was around 7 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
He gives them a jolt of energy down low every time he comes into the game. That's something any coach loves to have.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
White the pass to Brown. Back to White. Three-pointer. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And this Celtics squad looking like the Celtics of old.
Yeah, always a tough squad when I was playing, and it's looking like that again. You got a great mix of young players and veterans, and don't be surprised if Boston is back on top very soon.
Very soon. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And that one, good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Pritchard, he's checked in for Derek White. Now here, the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
You can see the emphasis they put on rebounding. Such a huge part of their game, and one that they didn't ignore.
Celtics trail by 17. And they get it. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
Sixers ball.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Milton. And the 76ers get it back. Pass to Korkmaz. Shoots over Brown. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Korkmaz has got 6.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Bucket is good.
And each year, it seems Brown keeps getting better at shooting the ball, especially from the mid-range.
Now, here's Milton. Tight defense on him. That one goes. Count it. 16 points for him.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the 76ers. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. We'll return shortly.
And your Celtics youth team.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers. And it's Harden with the ball for the 76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers. Front court is Thibault and Harris. Tyrese Maxey out there with Harden. And it's Tucker in at center. Celtics trail by 20.
Well, James Harden's still a tremendous player, but now in his early 30s, some question, can he be the dominant MVP force we saw in Houston?
And that one's good, Brogdon.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Here's Harris, and oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Outside Tatum, and finished off by Horford.
While he's a bit undersized for a four, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
And Greg, Harden in recent years dealing with hamstring injury. Has he lost a step to age or injury?
You know, probably a little of both, but we've seen players with a new diet or training regimen get back to peak production. Hopefully, he can as well.
And Boston has possession. 76ers getting the bucket. Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Stolen by Brogdon. And now the fast break, Brogdon with the ball. Tatum kicks to Brogdon. To the paint. Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
A primary responsibility of Brogdon's. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to him.
Harden can't hit. Celtics trail by 14. And it's Williams finishing it off.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Harden's got 7 points.
Figuring out ways to score. That is James Harden's specialty. The beard can hurt you inside and out.
Over to the wing. Here's Pritchard. Second chance effort. And it's Williams laying it in. 10 points for him.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Harden with the stuff.
Athletic move by Harden. Okay, I see you throwing it down on top of the defense.
For Boston, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Now, here's Brogdon. Here's Pritchard. Tries again. Here's Williams. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Williams has got 8 points in the quarter. This one for 3. James Harden again. Harden's got a pair of triples in the second now for Philadelphia.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Get up, Malcolm. You think this guy is just about jumpers? There's more to his game.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Boston making some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for Robert Williams. White comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Pritchard. And then for Philadelphia, Embiid, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's George Niang in for Matisse Thybulle. One thing you hear about officiating is you're able to get away with much more in the paint, Richard, than you are on the perimeter. So what's the solution? Call it closer in the paint and looser on the outside? Where should we go?
I think you just need to let him play everywhere, to tell you the truth. Because I like it when games become a little bit more physical. Because you get to see who's in the best condition. You get to see who are the stronger players. And then up top, you got to be smart, because the smart will take from the strong.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Tatum. Harden's shot is good.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
And there's the pass to Williams. Now Gallinari. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead has cut down to 14 points now in the basket from Brown.
his teammates are going to like Gallinari more and more with every one of those passes. Good job to set up for a wide-open look. Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Williams with a clean look. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 16. Nailed from three-point land. White's got 5 points so far.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Williams. And Williams throws it down.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
2 points. That one goes. Harden's got 22. Celtics trail by 16. Pass to Brown. Gallinari in the corner. The three-pointer no good.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
To the inside. Here's Harris. Basket good. And it's 6 points for Tobias Harris.
A great look provided by Embiid. The big man just dropping dimes.
Brown outside. Over in the corner, White. And it's off from three-point range.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Niang. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Brown feeling it out a bit. Over Harris. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Jason, still a close one. What do you think happened there in the first half?
Feeling all right. We got to do a much better job defensively. We're not where we need to be, especially on the defensive end, so we got to pick it up second half.
Yeah, we'll see if you're more connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Philadelphia 76ers. Not a close first half. This team really is struggling. What do they need to do to get back into it?
If we're being honest, and that's what we get paid to be, you notice how Shaq and I went into a different room during the second quarter?
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah, what was that all about?
We stopped watching the game. We went to play some 2K, man. So sorry, man, but, I don't know what they can do.
Taking some time now to look at our matchup. Well, everything is going right for the 76ers.
Some teams live and die by the three. If I was on a team, we'd live by it. Well, I'm just saying, they're alive and well in this game, just like I was. What a performance shooting the ball, Shaq.
Well, when you're getting 3 and your opponent's getting 2, this is the result.
See, and I didn't think that you would like the 3-ball today, but I've won you over.
Shaq, I didn't think you were just going to let him make this whole thing about himself.
Yes, indeed.
But you did. Disappointing.
Well, I wasn't aware that he was making it about himself. Anyway, when the 3 goes in, I like it.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
The post tandem, it's Horford and Williams. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. And it's Smart in at the 1 spot. That's the Boston 5. Embiid's shot is good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. The Celtics second.
That tells you the kind of strong defense they played last season. It wasn't easy to bring the ball inside against them at all.
Horford against Harris. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Williams. Horford's got 9.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
It just seems, Richard, like Robert Williams is a guy willing to do anything to help his team.
And there's a whole lot he can do. His defense has never been a question. He can dish it. He's an aggressive rebounder. And look, his effort level, that's something you don't ever question.
Harden and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Look, some of James Harden's career numbers are crazy, but he's also got a lot of firsts to go along with those overall totals, like the first 60-point triple-double.
And Harden was the first player to average 35 points and 7 assists in a season.
Yeah, and that was in the 2018-19 season. The same year, he was also the first player to score at least 30 points against every other team. No one had done that since the NBA expanded in 2004.
Sinks the three-pointer. Thibault's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And, boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
And you know it's serious if he's heading to the locker room. It takes a lot to get him out of any game.
And the 76ers with some changes. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Embiid. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for James Harden. Brown outside. Here's Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris. Richard, haven't we seen a lot of growth in Jason Tatum's game? He gives credit to the late Kobe Bryant for that.
Yeah, he was fortunate enough to train with Kobe Bryant, and sometimes he reminds you of a young Kobe. He clearly absorbed a ton of information from him.
And Jason Tatum seems, GA, like he's on the verge of being a superstar in the league.
And Kevin, some would say he is already there. It feels like he's going to win an MVP in the next 5 years. He's already shown he can lead a team to the finals.
Not just being selfless, but also smart with the ball. Brown is able to find the best guy for the right shot.
Deflects the pass and stolen by Tatum. Takes a 3. The shot missing. The 76ers leading by 21. In the corner, it's Harris. From deep. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Down low. Horford no luck. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
And it goes down 2 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now here's Smart. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist from Smart. Williams has got 14 points.
Yeah, he is a budding prospect. I like whenever Williams shows that determination on offense and it looks like he wants to just take over.
Boston making some changes. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Pritchard in for Marcus Smart. Philadelphia also making some changes. George Niang, he's checked in for Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Jake Milton in for Maxey. Philadelphia leading by 19. Here's Milton. Misses the 3. For For Boston, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Tatum passes to Pritchard. And the three off target. Philadelphia's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Melton's shot is good.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's good on the putback. Tucker's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here's Pritchard. In the corner, it's Brogdon. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third.
Well, after their offense stalled in the finals, the Celtics getting some veteran help. Gallinari and Brogdon both bring shooting, and Brogdon's another playmaker on the floor.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And Greg, the Philadelphia 76ers have made it very clear that they are all in on a title run.
And their front office has been very focused on trying to get top-tier talent on this roster. After the trust the process era, they're now aggressively pursuing titles here in Philly.
Some changes for Boston. Grant Williams is checked in for Williams. Gallinari comes in for Al Horford. And it's wide in for Pritchard.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
To the middle, here's Korkmaz. Makes it off the glass. Korkmaz has got 8 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Tatum. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Melton with the rebound. Melton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Now, here's Brogdon. Here's Tatum. They get it again. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 6 points for him.
And after he went scoreless in the first half, he's finally getting it going, looking much more comfortable.
A shot by Milton, no good.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Just outworking the shooter, keeping the shot off target, and bagging the rebound.
Goes up the baseline, and Boston with the rebound.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Tucker with the ball. 1 second left, and the layup is up and in. Tucker's got 6 in the quarter.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th, we've got Harden. And it's Korkmaz in at the 2 guard. Richard, you grew up in Arizona. What do you think of the Suns right now and what they've done the last 2 seasons?
Oh, how much time do you got? All my friends back home are just loving it. Chris Paul, he has helped change the culture with Monty Williams. Great job by the front office. They have put in so much young talent, and they have coached them up. They are a complete team. And like I said, how much time you got? We could do this all day.
We could indeed. Harden, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance. It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Good on the triple. Harden's got 27 points.
What a game from Harden, filling it up. James, look, everyone knows this man is just a gifted scorer.
Here's Pritchard. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
And the 76ers call time here. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Philadelphia. And it's Smart with the ball for the Boston Celtics. In the corner, Horford with it. Fires for three. The offensive rebound. Brown kicks to Horford. Back to Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. Goes up again. And the shot goes down.
And how about the court awareness from Horford? Quickly grabs the board and doesn't let the possession go to waste.
Harden can't hit. The Celtics have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Passes it to Horford. Williams against Harden, the 8-footer. Williams can't hit. Philadelphia's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Puts one up from 19, and Harden with the basket on the assist by Harris. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Kept alive. Williams kicks to Horford. Tries yet again. Williams gets the bucket.
Showing that aggressive nature. Williams competes hard, doesn't back down, and he'll let his opponent know he's not afraid of the contact.
Celtics have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Over in the corner, White. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Got that one up quick. Harden's got 32 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
White, good.
Good stuff from Brown, providing the assist. He's made giant strides in his passing game.
And it's time for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Joel Embiid. What's the news, David?
Hey, guys, the head athletic trainer of the 76ers updated me on the situation. He's getting looked at now for what the team is saying is a collapsed lung. Obviously something that is very serious and something they don't take lightly. And that's a potentially devastating injury that will keep him out not just the rest of today, but quite a while, too. That is just awful to hear. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Joel Embiid.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Too little, too late. That final score will look way closer than how this game actually played out.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins, they're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Brown outside. Williams dishes to Horford. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, James. You have seen every type of defense from opponents over the years. What do you enjoy about that back-and-forth challenge?
Just every single game, I'm trying to figure out what they're doing and how can I be aggressive and attack it. You know, I love playing the game of basketball. I love, being crafty and just trying to compete at a high level every single night. You know, it takes a lot, but I'm built for it, and I'm gonna just continue to keep going.
Well, you won the chess match tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Clock keep on ticking, it's okay. I'm running laps in my own